Hello everyone, Jeff with the Green Review. What's wrong with this tree? It doesn't have any leaves. All the other trees are still full of leaves. It's not even fall enough yet to start turning fall color. And this tree has lost almost all of its leaves. There's a few left at the very top. This is a crabapple. Apples and crabapples are basically the same thing, just a difference in the size of the fruit. And they get a disease called apple scab. It causes little scabby looking things on the leaves and on the fruit. And the fungus that causes this infects the tree way back in the spring when the weather is cool and the humidity is high, when there's a lot of dew, when there's a lot of rain, when there's constant irrigation, whatever it might be that causes the leaves to remain wet. So the fungus has been in these leaves for months now, and when the fungus gets down into the petiole of the leaf gets dropped by the tree. If the tree loses its leaves like this too many years in a row, then the tree can die. If this happens once, and then for several years we have better weather conditions and the tree doesn't get this, then the tree will recover just fine. So we have to watch to see if the tree is getting this problem. The cultural things that you can do to prevent this, first, is to plant a better variety. There's a lot of newer varieties of apples and crab apples that are resistant to apple scab, either completely, essentially, unless there's really good conditions for the fungus to grow, or at least moderately resistant and they don't lose very many leaves. You gotta, another cultural thing is to rake up and remove as many of these leaves as possible so that the fungus can't just go right back up onto the tree in the spring. And then try to keep the tree healthy, water it when it's dry season, fertilize it, do things that will help it. And on the top of this tree right now we have a lot of leaves. Those came out later in the spring, early summer, when the conditions weren't right for the disease. And so by having some leaves on the tree is getting some photosynthesis and is starting to grow. Chemical controls on this would be that fungicides are applied in the spring. As the buds on the trees just start to open up, we start spraying, and weekly, as long as the conditions are wet and moist. So it could be from the middle of April to the middle of June. It could be just a few weeks in May, depending on the season. But fungicides, there are a lot of them that will treat this disease and they'll be listed on the label, and you can follow that spray program and you'll have a much healthier tree next year. What's this mean to me? First, diagnose the problem. Make sure you know what you have. This is a crabapple and it has apple scab, and the treatment for it is in the spring, not in the fall when you're noticing the symptoms. So next year you're going to have to do something about this to try to keep the tree healthy. Depending on what the weather conditions are, you may need to spray a lot or may need to spray a little, but you're going to have to watch the tree and make sure you do the treatment in the proper timing. This is Jeff with the Green Review. Thanks for watching.